All right, today I'm going to make my own pesto. I did get this recipe off the internet a while ago, but I have since changed a few things around. So we're gonna start with basil, which is one of the main ingredients for my pesto. And I did get this off of my basil that I am growing in my backyard. And actually, it's not on my backyard. It is in the backyard, but it's on the deck. And I love fresh herbs. Not everyone can have that, but it's cheaper and better for you. I love fresh thyme, fresh basil, fresh rosemary, just oregano, which I don't have oregano this time. But anyway, so this recipe calls for about a cup or so of basil. So we've got that. And it calls for, and this is where I am a little bit off the directions. It calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I love garlic, so I will not be putting 3 in. I will be putting 4 in. And you do not have to cut up finely because this is going to be ground up. So just make sure you get the outer shell out and just put it in. Here's one reason why I love pesto. It goes very well with not just chicken. Everyone always thinks, oh, it's going to go with my chicken dish. It goes very well with steak, with ground beef. It's extremely yummy. I like to make a little pesto and put it in mushrooms, put it over my mushrooms, I should say. Anyway, enough of that. But I love pesto and I love garlic. And so another thing I like to put in my pesto is pine nuts. And I know not everyone likes pine nuts, but I do. So we're going to put, and some recipes I have found don't call for a lot of pine nuts, but I love pine nuts. So here's my organic raw pine nuts, and we're gonna put 4 tablespoons in. That's 2, 3, 4, and that's because I absolutely love them. All right, so let's go ahead. I think if you've watched me before, you know I love the Ninja, and so I will be using my Ninja, so let's get it on there. There we go. I'm gonna turn it so you can see that. So we've got a 1/3 cup of oil, and this is the oil that I use. I use avocado oil or I use extra virgin olive oil that is cold pressed. And this is a pretty decent brand. It's not real expensive like some of the others, but it's still very good for you. Okay, let's get that in there. So I have a secret ingredient that I love to put in there, and it's Parmesan cheese. So we've got this organic Parmesan that after I add everything else in, I always add in Parmesan cheese. So let's go ahead, and I like a lot. Whew. So let's get that in there. And here we go. Doesn't need a lot of pulsing, just a little bit. I think that's good. I think we're good. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit more after this. Hang on. All right, so it's all blended together, and I'm just gonna do a little taste test, and darn, that's the worst part, isn't it? Let's see. Let's get in there. And I only needed a little bit tonight. Oh my gosh. That's so good. Now, Remember, you can put salt in this, pepper, whatever you want. I typically do not put a lot of salt in stuff because you can always add salt after you make food, and someone wants more salt, they can add it. If you've added it in while you're cooking, it may be too much for someone. So anyway, this is going on a salmon dish tonight. I know I mentioned earlier, not just chicken, but beef, steak, stuff like that, but also it's going on my salmon. So hopefully my husband likes it because I've never made the salmon one for him before. Anyway, if you make this, let me know how it went for you because I love to know what your thoughts are. All right, from one grateful diabetic to another.